Hello and welcome to the July SampleServe update. I'm doing this in August. August 7th is the date. Um, First, I want to talk about key product indicators. I've got a slide here. I'm going to show that to you. It's actually a website. The link is below in the email. If you ever want to take a look at this, you can actually just see the key product indicators. We've got a dashboard. You can take a look at it. You can see that July has actually been our second best month ever. June was our best month ever, which is historically true because of the nature of weather. People tend to, the environmental sampling is usually done quarterly. They tend to, especially in the north, try and avoid January and February for obvious reasons of being cold and trying to sample water. So you end up typically having your biggest months in March, June, September, and December. So June was our biggest month, which was we anticipated. July we figured would be a little bit lower, but still good. August will probably be a little lower just because August is a big vacation month for people. So less work seems to get done in August. But I think that September is really going to be a great month for us as well, because that again is that quarterly high peak month. The people do sample in the other months, so it's not a 100% in those months, but generally those seem to be the biggest months, with June and December actually being the biggest ones. So anyway, there's our KPIs. Again, the link is below. Fundraising, we've actually we have a commitment from an investment group out east. They've committed to $250,000, but it's contingent that we find another matching fundraiser, participant investor to match that $250,000. So if you're interested, if you're considering investing, we've got this matching group. I can put you in touch with them. If you want to get a hold of me, then you can discuss timing and due diligence with each other. Also, we have the WeFunder website where we're raising money through crowdfunding type processes. That has been slow, but we're going to start making it. Partially is because we just haven't really been pushing it. We're going to advertise that a lot more in the coming weeks, and so we're expecting that to ramp up significantly, and especially as we continue to show improvement with customer onboarding, customer sampling, and using of our product and revenue. The sales and marketing funnel has been doing pretty well. We currently have 3 major oil companies that are using our product. 2 of them are considering significantly expanding their use of our product. They're liking the business model that we've created, where we're saving them roughly 40 to 60%, depending on each project, on their costs that they currently spend. They're basically, trying it out in larger projects, larger volume. And so we anticipate within, months that they'll be ramping that up and bringing on more and more projects. So those things are going well. They've done trials, they've gone through them, and they've all gone well. So we've also had significant large environmental engineering consulting firms sign up with us, and they're going through the same process. The difference between an oil company and a consulting firm is that consulting firms tend to lose gross revenue when they use our software, right? Because their business model is based on time and materials, billable hours. And when you use our software, you get the project done faster. Therefore, the volume of revenue goes down. And that's been their business model for, since inception of the environmental industry. And so they tend to be a little bit resistant because they're trying to figure out how they're going to make more money. So getting consulting engineering firms to adopt this is a little bit difficult for obvious reasons, but there seems to be a trend towards going to fixed prices on certain types of activities, like sampling a well, preparing a basic report. And so as the industry moves to fixed prices, having the ability to get things done faster and then getting paid that lump sum becomes more and more viable and feasible. And so that's our biggest really our biggest problem in adoption is been that business model of the billable hour. But we're making headway, and as we talk about efficiencies and fixed pricing on certain repeatable things, there seems to be more and more movement in that direction. We just signed a teaming agreement with a large environmental sampling firm out of Pennsylvania. And so we're expecting good things out of these guys. This sampling firm out of Pennsylvania has offices all over the East Coast, some in the Midwest, and a couple of offices on the West Coast. And so they're excited about it. They're looking at going after some of those fixed price, contracts and some of those oil companies that are starting to go to fixed price costs. So we're looking to that partnership to be very rewarding. We also are moving forward with a partnership with an environmental financial management firm. This firm actually manages the financial assets whenever one oil company buys another smaller oil company. There's all kinds of escrows and liability withholds as they estimate a cost on all their environmental liability, and they'll withhold that money. And so they have agreements for when they can and can't spend that. But this financial management firm, we've had several conversations about working together because we can develop scopes of work and costs very quickly and easily because of our software, our project management tool. And they like the fact that if we actually worked with them, those costs can be quickly moved into the financial management side. And so it makes the entry of work scopes and costs less cumbersome for the consulting engineering firms, and the management a lot more clear and concise for the oil companies and the accountants that manage those funds. So we're optimistic about that partnership as well. Seems to be a good match. We also have two Australian companies that are highly interested, very good firms in Australia that want to represent SampleServe. I don't know that we'll go with both of them yet, but we're talking to two different companies. And we expect that those are going to be pretty good because Australia actually has very strong environmental regulations. And so countries and states that have stronger environmental regulations tend to have more demand for our type of services. So these companies are very excited about possibly representing us, and we've got some more meetings next week, and probably going to pick one. We're going to try and have two, but we may end up going with one, but we're pretty excited about that. We also have several mid-size consulting engineering firms in the Midwest that are signing up with us. They're realizing that same type of benefit, being able to get more market share by saving people, the end customers, the oil companies, the manufacturing firms, pipelines, etc., saving those guys money. And so we've got a couple of mid-sized firms, Midwest firms, mid-size as well, signed up with us. They're expanding their number of projects, the number of samples collected, and also we've got new firms signing up with us as well. So that's pretty exciting. I also just attended a trade show in Seattle just this past week, and that was a laboratory trade show. And I emphasized our Sample H2O. It's our drinking water sampling app. I'll connect a video link down below. You can check that out. But it was very popular with laboratories. Lots of laboratories are having significant trouble making money, being profitable on municipal and residential drinking water sampling because there's a lot of firms out there that are doing, you can buy a testing kit now at Home Depot and send it somewhere and they'll test your water. Those kits are a little suspicious in terms of the quality and their level of detection and reliability, but we've created a package system where they can use our software to really facilitate efficiencies in terms of sampling and data management. And so we had numerous labs come up to us and indicate that they've been considering getting out of it, but if our software does what we say it does, and it does, that they may end up staying in it because they think they might be able to be more profitable now. So that was a very, very good and rewarding trade show, although lightly attended because COVID still has an effect on things, but it's probably half the number of attendance, but it was also half the amount of competition for people's time for us. And so it was a very good quality trade show. We just in case you're interested, we got a frequently asked questions document, FAQ document that all the common questions we address in this document. You can click on the question you have. There's a link there. There'll be a video explanation of our answer for the questions, all the common questions. We also have a document data room. We use a software called DocSend. So if you're interested in looking at, do the due diligence, look at all of our documents, send me an email, send me or give me a call. I will be happy to send you an invitation to get into that document room and take a look at everything. And then lastly, if you are considering investment, if you're thinking about, hey, this could be a good product, and it is, and you know somebody in the environmental industry, if you know a geologist, engineer that does environmental work, I'm sure if you ask around, you'll be 1 degree away from somebody who does, because it is a big industry. Have them, see if you can get them to just take a look at our product. Ask them what their thoughts are and what they think about the benefits and the functionality and the future of SampleServe. I'm sure that they're going to tell you that this is a great platform, and it's really how things will be done across the board in large part, in the industry going forward. So ask them to give you their impression and their thoughts on our product. And also, if you're talking to them, tell them to give it a try. That we'd love to work with them. So any referrals you can give us would be great. We'd greatly appreciate that. It's the best way, I think, for you to get kind of outside independent validation that this is a good product and it works and it does what we say it does. So again, I'm also happy to answer any questions. If you've got any questions, you can reach me directly on my cell phone, which will be in the email below and also on the email. So just if you got any questions, shoot me an email. I'm happy to talk. We can set up a web meeting. I can do a demo for you and answer any of your questions. So I appreciate your time and appreciate your watching this video. Thank you.